Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all are having a great day. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to complete champ training tournaments or events very easily. I'm going to show you my methods, how I am doing it, and explain to you every aspect of it. Now, champ training tournaments in general are very beneficial because most of the time you have really solid rewards at the last milestone. For example, a 4-star basalt here in this case, but also you will get some relic crafting material on the way, which can be pretty game changing for your account. Even if it's just rare material or epic material, if you don't have a lot of relics, then this is definitely a good value for you. Now, also in this case, you can win 50 mythical mats here from placing first on the leaderboard. And this might be actually worth to go for if you are going for the 4-star basalt anyway. But most players probably will be stopping at the fusion rare, which is totally fine. But if you have the resources to go for the last milestone, you might as well compete for the first place if you have the resources. Now, as you can see, I already did a little bit of points here. I got 1.9k, which is not a lot, but we're like on the way to the second milestone. And this is basically just from soloing the dragon. I did a video on that. You can check that out in the description below on how to solo the dragon with Marius, but also with other champions. Feel free to check them out if you need help with that. Now, there are 3 ways to get points for the champion training tournament. One that I mentioned just now, soloing dungeons. The second way is to farm the campaign. The most important thing for a new account, you basically want to live in the campaign. Now you probably ask yourself, what is the best stage to run? And there are small differences between the stages. Now the most efficient way to get experience is stage 6. Stage 6 gives slightly more experience than stage 3. But in stage 3, you are getting shields as a reward, and therefore you get more silver. So it's kind of, up to you to decide. Me personally, I would probably prefer more silver over a little bit more experience, but then again, that's up to you. Obviously, brutal is the best difficulty to run the campaign. Nightmare does reward more in general, but is also harder to do for one, but at the same time, it costs a lot of energy and you're not getting a lot of runs done, right? So that also means you get rewarded less champions and less shards and so on. Mystery shards can be also very helpful for summoning events, so you should definitely consider that. So in my opinion, brutal stage 3 is the best way to get experience for your champions, but I would only recommend you to run brutal as an endgame player if you don't have enough brews to complete the champ train tournament. Because as an endgame player, there is not much value that you get out of the campaign. Me, for example, I'm getting at a point where I don't know what champions I should rank up anymore because I got pretty much everything I need and want at 6-star, and everything else is kind of like just getting ranked up because I need to rank up something. So I'm getting at a point where I don't know which champions I should level, but most of the players definitely should invest a lot of time in the campaign to get your champions up, to rank them up, and get a bigger roster and variety of champions ready for different content and so on. Now, if you can't run the brutal difficulty, let's say you're a new player and the best you can do is hard, then you should definitely work on your campaign farmer, which is, one of the starters, probably Kale or Elhain or whatever you chose. And you should get masteries for that, starter champion and give him some good gear. And then you should be good to go and ready to farm 12 free on the brutal difficulty. But back to endgame players. If you are an endgame player, me personally, I'm running normal only because there's not much value that I get out of the campaign. And the only reason why I am running the campaign is obviously, the champ train tournament, but this quest right here, the 500 campaign battles. And I want to keep the energy cost for this quest as low as possible. That's why I am running normal. Now I'm getting less experience and so on, but that doesn't really matter to me because I'm saving a lot of energy, which I can invest into more important things like the Sand Devil or the Shogun, which we also have a tournament going on right now, the Gear Ascension tournament. And there I'm getting, you know, the powder or dust and ascension resources plus an immortal soulstone from the last milestone from the tournament. So there's much more value for me to invest that energy in there than in the campaign. But this is a perfect time to do this quest because we have the Champ Train tournament. We have the Gear Hunters event as well at the same time. So you're basically getting points for 2 events and tournaments. And then you're also stacking up mystery shards and you're getting these shields, which you can also upgrade to 4 and then sell, like I explained in the Gear Enhancement event. So feel free to check that out. It's in the description below. So it's a really nice way to triple dip points here and also complete the monthly quest, which is super annoying, by the way. And I think for endgame players, it should be changed, or there should be at least, you know, another option which we can choose from. But anyway, that's about the campaign. The other way to do this is to use brews, right? As you can see, I'm saving a lot of brews because those are my main source of points for Champ Train tournaments. This is how I am doing it. So how do you use these brews the most efficient way, and how do you get the most out of your champions, right? Your food champions. Basically, let's say you want to rank one of your champions to 6. So let's say I want to get Donnie to 6. The way I am doing it is I'm giving him enough brews. So he's magic affinity, that means I need 52. Now you can also take a look at, you know, the experience. One potion will give you, I think it was 18,750 points. Now with the last potion, I'm losing like 6k experience, but that's fine. If you want to min-max that, you can do that and put him in a sparring pit or something else, or give him a, you know, campaign run and then finish up the last bit. But the way I am doing it is I'm just, you know, using all the brews I need, and I'm getting him to level 50. Now I need 5 5-star champions to get him to 6, right? So I'm gonna take a look at my 3-star champions, and I have a few here. I'm gonna start with the 3-star and then work the way up. So I have this champion here, right, at level 30. This is a food champion. I'm not gonna use him. I'm gonna feed him. And now what I want to do is basically feed him 3 3-star champions, right? But I'm not just going to feed these champions to that level 30. I'm going to use 2 brews on each of those 3-star champions. And that's going to give me 28 points per 3-star chicken. Now I'm going to feed those champions that I just leveled up with 2 brews each to the level 30, and this will give me 50 tournament points. Now the process of getting this champion from 3 to 4-star got me now 50 points plus 84 points, which is almost twice as much just for using 6 brews, right? And that's not a lot. So you get a lot of points for your brews this way. And you can apply that basically the same way to 4-star champions. Now, let's say I want to rank this guy up to, you know, rank 5 now. That means I'm going to take my 4-star champions and feed them 4 brews. Some people feed them even 5, but I'm stopping at 4. So that's 60 points each. So now I prepared 4 chickens, 4 champions, to 4-star and fed them all 4 brews. I got 60 points for that. That means 240 points in total just for preparing the 4-stars. And now if I rank this champion up, I get 100 points. So it's almost 2.5 times the amount of points that I get for just ranking this champion up to 5. And now you would probably think, okay, that's cool, but it gets even better because we are not going to stop here. Now we have the 5-star champion, and now we get the biggest value out of the brews, because the higher the rank is of the champion, the more value you get out of the brews till a certain amount, right? So this is how I am doing it. I'm using 6 brews, and then I'm feeding 1 4-star champion, which takes him exactly to level 25. And that's going to be another 144 points. Now you can apply the same logic to the campaign. Level your 3-star champions to 15 or even 16 if you want to go a little bit further. But me personally, I'm stopping at 15. I'm getting my 4-star champions to level 21, and I'm getting my 5-star champions to level 25. Now, if you don't have a lot of 3-star and 4-star champions, you can do this with 2-star champions as well, and just feed them 1 brew. 1 brew will give them 10 levels, which is 9 tournament points, and this is how I actually completed one of the fusions on my free-to-play account, because I had to win the Champ Train tournament, and this is how I done it. I pretty much fed all my 2-star champions 1 brew, and I was pretty much living in the campaign and just running it over and over again. So you get a lot of points for running the campaign, and then you get, champions which you can feed brews. And this is how I won the Champ Train tournament and got one of the fusions done, because I got extra fragments for placing first on the leaderboard. But that also meant that I had to dump all my energy into the campaign. Now, how do you get brews? Now, there it just pops up, obviously. How do you get brews other than buying them from the shop is the question, right? So one of the main sources for brews is the clan boss. So every day when we are collecting clan boss rewards, we will get a certain amount of brews. Here you can see per chest, I'm getting all 4 chests: Ultra Nightmare, Nightmare, Brutal, and Hard. And I'm getting each chest twice. That means a minimum amount of 12 to 16 from Ultra Nightmare, 10 to 12 from Nightmare, and so on. So I will get around 30-40 brews a day. On top of that, I'm also buying these brews from the bazaar every single day. 300 gold bars is what it costs me, and I'm getting free brews. That's just free, but if you add that up over a longer period of time, every day, it really does make a difference. Now you also get some from quests here and there, and event rewards and tournament rewards and so on. So anywhere you can get them, Doom Tower, Curse City, you should try to get them. In my opinion, they have a big value for Champ Train tournaments, and it will just help you to complete those without a problem. Now, another thing that really helps is the sparring pit. As you can see, I maxed it out. I also did a video on this. I'm going to put it in the description below as well. And the value of this sparring pit is crazy. I'm telling you. I mean, it's going to take a while until you reach the amount of experience for the gems you spend. But after that, it's just going to be a constant increase of return, right? At this moment, I'm not really doing it the most efficient way. If you want to do it the most efficient way, you can check out that video. I'm explaining it there. But this is also a very big help for Champ Train tournaments. Probably one of the best investments after the gem mine. So yeah, this is how I do my Champ Train tournaments. Now we reached the second milestone just by using some of my brews. We're at 3,100 points already. I haven't even used that many brews yet. I just ranked up a couple of champions, and I will get to the 12,000, pretty easily with the amount of brews I have. And this is just, stockpiling every time I do other content. I'm not buying brews or whatsoever. All of this is are just rewards from events and tournaments and content that I'm clearing. Now, from tomorrow, there will also be an Ice Golem tournament. But unfortunately, you know, it doesn't line up with the Champ Train tournament right now. The Champ Train tournament is going to end before the Ice Golem tournament starts. So, you know, a little bit unfortunate. I'm going to complete this monthly quest as, you know, as long as the Champ Train tournament is live. I only have, you know, 18 hours left or whatever it was. I need to do like 190 more campaign battles. I'm going to do it on the normal difficulty, which will cost me like 760 energy. And after that, all my energy will go towards the Gear Ascension tournament. And I will finish up the Champ Train tournament with Bruce and chickens. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other ideas, or maybe I missed something on how to, you know, be more efficient with the champion training tournament. But I think I covered pretty much, you know, everything. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. It really goes a long way. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more raid content. The YouTube algorithm is going to suggest you a video that you might like right here, and see you in the next one.